about to give up and just blast, you know, my destruction catalyst down into the ground. Let's see if we can't find dungeons that way. Fucking monsters everywhere, man. Shit is awful. So we're just gonna make random sort of holes in the ground until we find a cave in one of them. Decided chickens are kill on sight, especially here. Whoa! Because feathers are getting kind of hard to come by, and you need feathers to make new worlds. What the fuck? Jesus H. Christ. My fucking sword is actually starting to break from this non-stop slaughter. Alright, time to go down into one of these fucking pits and start exploring in a random direction. We're going to seal this off so that I do not get harassed by monsters. And we're just going to blast off in every direction until we find something. Alright, I finally made it back to the surface, having never found a single dungeon, or cave, or any sort of enclosed structure for that matter. Which makes this whole experiment kind of a wash. I really did want to see, like, at least, you know, one or two elaborate dungeon cave structures, or, I don't know, something, man. Something. Seeing a lot of rubber wood trees, and I'm kind of low on rubber. Figure we might as well take a couple down just to extract when we get back, since this seems to be little more than a research or a materials gathering trip. We're gonna wander north for a little while longer, just to give me one last chance to maybe see a cave. Oh look, here's more oil. Funny game, real funny. Tons of fucking resources that I cannot use. Alright, yeah, fuck this world. We're out. I'm going home. So, the dungeon, world was kind of a flop. So we're just gonna make another one, and we'll see if we can find something more interesting. I looked around a little on the forums, trying to find some kind of indication about, like, if the dungeons were, like, easy to find, and there wasn't really a whole lot of mention of them. But I did read that there were worlds called void worlds that are basically just a single block of stone and a pit of fucking nothing. And it's like one little block of stone, and that's all there is in existence at all. So, because of paranoia about that, I'm going to have my Link book equipped when we go through the portal so that I can click it real quick, because apparently it's possible you can spawn, like, not perfectly on said thing and just fall to your death, which would be awful. So yeah, we're going to be kind of paranoid about that. I've got most of my really valuable stuff inside my alchemy bag too. That way, in the case that I somehow fall to my death and get trapped in a nightmare world, after I MC edit myself back to reality, what I will be able to do is just make another alchemy bag to get all of this cool stuff back, so that's kind of important. But let's go check out Age 52. Oh wow, this is like a sky island sort of thing with a mushroom biome, and it is something that I'm like right on the edge of. It's also rather laggy. Yeah, those are those evil cow mushroom things. There's some marble. This is kind of cool, though. I'm gonna go ahead and restart my client just because these are like fucking laggy as hell when I first pop into a new world, though. So I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so here we are in this little sort of sky island world that is like terrifying as fuck, I might add. And like every world generated with this goddamn mod, it's fucking dark. Like, would it be possible just once to get like a reasonably well lit age? Or is that like not in the cards? Holy shit, this is fucking scary. Do these weird cows drop any like special loot? No, they don't. Just beef, and this is... whoa. Slime suiciding to try to kill me. We're at least gonna go try to get some of this, like, mushroom stuff. So I don't think I've actually encountered a real mushroom biome on my real world yet. What are you supposed to break this shit with? It just like dies. Is this not a harvestable thing? When in doubt, blow it the fuck up. Nothing. Okay. Well, this world is both terrifying and kind of useless, so let's go back home. What do we have? Tiny biomes, swamp, extreme hills, mushroom, mine shafts, dungeons, skylands, standard lighting, normal weather, eternal dusk, again, and standard terrain. Man, I am fucking tired of eternal dusk, let me tell you. Let's see. Alright, what we're going to try now is we're going to try making our own, like, custom world sort of by hand, rather than just relying on the reasonably unpleasant, thus far, random generator. Does it eat my linking book when I come back? Is that what's happening? Or is it, like, throwing it on the ground? Every time I go with a book, and every time I come back, I never seem to have one again. This is very displeasing. Guess we'll take a book stand to put my linking book on in said new world. 2 of those. And we need another feather. Right. Whoops. Now, let's see. To do this, we'll say tiny biomes, and we'll do extreme hills and taiga, standard lighting, both dungeons and mine shafts. And I wonder if that's it. I wonder if I'm good with just this. Let's have a go, shall we? Linking book firmly in hand. And let us step through to the world of my creation. I seem to have rolled the Eternal Dusk rule again, which is easily my least favorite feature of this mod. I do not like playing in the fucking dark. I want it to get light out. I guess I need to go make like 20 more random fucking throwaway worlds before I can generate like daytime. It otherwise does appear to have worked. You know, I've got interesting biomes. I guess I could do the standard blast away through the ground looking for dungeons in vain. But I think before I find out another world I'm actually going to explore for a little while, I want some fucking sunshine. Now let's see if I'm right in that it added random features. Yeah, it did. Eternal Dusk, normal weather, normal fog, red sunset, white fog. So it did add a bunch of random words to my book. How strange. So we'll make a couple more link books and a couple more descriptive books. Age 54, age 55, and in we go. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I seem to have gotten Eternal Dusk again, and some sort of, like, I don't know, wooden monstrosity. I wonder how this is gonna work with Tree Capitator. This could be epic. Oh, I am very disappointed that this whole thing didn't just explode. At least this one's fucking weird. The urge to light it on fire is pretty difficult to resist. At least I don't see any, like, pitfalls to nowhere and death. So that's an improvement. I really wonder if it's just a feature of this mod that every world you will ever create or go to is dark. Like, apparently there isn't enough sunlight left to light any of the, you know, various realms of the Mystverse. Which would just be fucking silly. Oh, and it's another checkerboard biomes type. I didn't notice that at first. I wasn't really looking at the mini-map. But it's a checkerboard with, like, weird wood stuff kind of going on. This is easily the strangest thing I've seen yet out of this mod. And at the very least, it probably learned me a couple new words. But we've got one more to explore, so... Oh shit, a spider. I said I would check one more, and one more we will check. First, let's have a look at what we got. Checkerboard, forest, desert hills, wooden tendrils. Ah, I guess that's what that was. Standard lighting, normal weather, eternal dusk, standard terrain. Alright. Well, we are getting there. We are learning more magic words to make things. And last but not least, we step through to age 55. Looks normal. Although I see some oil. Yeah, nice little oil lake. I think we've got checkerboard biomes again. Yeah, that seems to be quite common, and also still eternal dusk. Alright, well, I think I've about had my fill of Mystcraft. It's sort of a cool premise, but really the lack of lighting is a big turnoff for me. This is just sort of really awkward, always coming to these worlds where it's fucking always dark enough for mobs to spawn. But maybe we'll come back and revisit it some more later, but for now we're gonna go play with some other features of Tekkit.